Now at 5 and streaming on crossroadstoday.com, a Hallettsville man taken to a hospital Wednesday following a recent workplace accident.
Representative Justin Pearson returns to the Tennessee House. He was expelled for supporting gun control protesters.
And leaders in Uvalde have released an animation of what the new elementary will look like after construction.
And good afternoon, everyone. Pretty nice day out there. Nice and cool northeast wind. It is also bringing a few showers up to the Houston area. We'll take a look at that and your 7-day forecast coming up.
Thank you, Mac. Jewel agrees to pay $462 million to 6 states in its largest settlement to date. You're watching 25 News Now at 5. Good afternoon. Thank you for being with us. I'm James Munoz.
And I'm Karina Garcia.
Hallettsville police say a man had to go to the hospital after hurting his right leg at a job site. It happened at 698 U.S. Highway 77 North. The man had a deep cut to his right leg. He was hit with a backhoe. The man is expected to make a full recovery.
Commissioners in Memphis voted to reinstate one of 2 black Democrats kicked out of the Republican-led Tennessee House. The Shelby County Board of Commissioners voted today to send Justin Pearson back to the legislature in Nashville's Republican-led House. Pearson and Justin Jones were expelled last week over their role in a gun control protest on the House floor after Nashville's deadly school shooting. The Nashville Council took only a few minutes Monday to restore Jones to office. Renderings of a new elementary school under construction in Uvalde CISD were recently released at a community meeting on Tuesday. The meeting was hosted by the Uvalde CISD Moving Forward Foundation and Uvalde CISD Community Advisory Committee. Part of the proposed design includes a tribute tree to the 21 lives lost on May 24th, 2022. The tree has 2 large branches representing the 2 teachers who lost their lives and 19 smaller branches representing the children who were victims.
So when you're looking from the outside into the inside of the campus, into the library, you'll see a large tree structure that'll have 2 main branches representing the teachers who passed, and then 19 other branches that will be the children.
The meeting also provided an update on the progress of the new elementary school and a final step in the development process. The Uvalde CISD Community Advisory Committee and Huckabee Architects will present the plans to the Uvalde CISD Board for approval next Monday.
Some students in Wynne, Arkansas returned to school Tuesday after nearly 2 weeks away. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders welcomed them after an EF3 tornado devastated the town March 31st. At least 4 people died and several other people were hurt. The students were given free breakfast and lunch. High schoolers have not returned to class. Their school is too damaged. They'll attend a local community college later this week. Let's check in with your First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Mac Bettis. Mac, some slight chance of rain maybe the weekend?
Yeah, that would be on Saturday. But James, you know, we're stuck in buildings all day long in the air-conditioned, the regulated environment. I don't know if you got outside today. It was gorgeous. We had that little northeast wind most of the day, 76 in the 70s. This is real nice stuff. It's going to last for a couple of days, but then we talk about that little rain chance as we get to the weekend, so stay tuned. We'll have that coming up in just a moment.
Thank you. The U.S. is imposing sanctions on more than 100 additional people and entities tied to Russia's war on Ukraine. The U.K. is working with the U.S. Treasury Department to target Russian billionaire Alisher Usmanov. He's accused of having ties to top leaders, including Russian President Vladimir Putin. The U.S. Treasury is also sanctioning companies in China, Turkey, and the United Arab Emirates for supporting the war. The State Department is sanctioning 2 entities it claims are militarizing and indoctrinating school children.
Thousands of students protested at the California Capitol Tuesday. They're upset over the governor's proposed education budget. The Black in School Coalition held the rally. They claim his budget doesn't do enough to close the gap between black students and other groups on state tests.
We want to see outcomes produced greater than what they have been for the past 20 plus years. We want to know for sure that there is an investment from the state of California in making those outcomes a reality. The ones that we know our children can produce if they had the appropriate resources. We want to know that our children are going to have access and opportunity to upward mobility when they leave school, right? California is almost the 4th largest GDP in the world. If they're not literate and can't computate, how are they going to be able to access that market? How are they going to be able to self-sustain?
The coalition says more funding is going toward Hispanic students, despite Black students falling below every other racial or ethnic group in terms of performance.
E-cigarette maker Juul Labs has agreed to pay almost $500 million to 6 states and Washington, D.C. The $400 million+ settlement will be made over 8 years. The settlement also forces retailers to keep Juul's products behind counters and verify the age of buyers. Juul must also stop using people under 35 years old in its marketing materials. New York Attorney General Letitia James co-led the lawsuit.
There is no doubt that Juul played a central role in the youth vaping epidemic. Today, Juul is paying for the widespread harm it caused and will undergo severe restrictions on its marketing and sales practices.
James says vaping among high school students in New York City went from 8% in 2014 to more than 23% in 2018. The lawsuit accused Juul of promoting its products to high school students.
President Biden spoke to college students in Northern Ireland Wednesday to mark the 25-year anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement. The Good Friday Agreement called for a power-sharing government between those who wanted to remain part of the United Kingdom and those who favored a united Ireland. He gave an optimistic speech about how the U.S. brokered accord remains in place a quarter century later. His choice of venue was symbolic as he remarked on the region's bloody past and did not gloss over the tensions that still remain.
I come to Belfast to pledge to all the people of Northern Ireland, the United States of America will continue to be your partner in building the future the young people of our world deserve. It matters to us, to Americans, and to me personally. It genuinely matters if you've traveled my country.
President Biden also met with the current Prime Minister in Belfast. President Biden expected in the Republic of Ireland through Saturday. The Irish Catholic president will explore his family roots in 2 of his ancestral hometowns.
Here's some of the top headlines you can read in the Port Lavaca Wave this week. Port Lavaca is celebrating Earth Day by hosting a community-wide celebration and a cleanup in City Park. And no action was taken during a public hearing about whether to abolish or defund the Seadrift Police Department. Plus, law enforcement made 30 arrests in the month of April. You can read these stories and more at theportlavacawave.com.
For more on today's news stories, come to crossroadstoday.com. Read about the recent road closures taking place in Victoria under News. Stay with us. Straight ahead on 25 News Now at 5, residents in Richmond, Indiana forced to evacuate after a massive fire broke out at this recycling plant.
Also ahead, the Biden administration is proposing new privacy safeguards for women seeking abortions.
My name is Adarius McCormick, and I want you to know about my new segment, Homemade with Adarius. I will interview amazing people and showcase intriguing places that may be new to you in the Crossroads. Want to show off something homemade? Email us at homemade@victoriatelevision.com. See my new segment on Crossroads Today YouTube channel and Crossroads Today Plus. You do not want to miss this.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach. Not everyone can say that, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
Right now, save up to $50 on gas or battery trimmers.
Have you been told you have to live with your wound? There is hope at PAM Outpatient Wound Care. At PAM Outpatient Wound Care Clinic, you'll find the latest technology and the most committed and caring professionals dedicated to your wound healing. Our experienced wound healing experts and multidisciplinary team specialize in preventing amputation and preserving limbs.
I began hyperbarics here. I'm walking and have the leg, which is the best part.
Come see us at Pam Outpatient Wound Care, where healing starts here.
I have a big date tonight.
Oh. Next live, Rachel Brosnahan from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
You know who I'm going out with tonight?
Who?
Art Moore. I'm excited.
And Friday, join us for Ryan's farewell celebration.
I will always be forever grateful.
With special guest, First Lady Jill Biden.
I'm Charles Fisher of Fisher's Auto Sales. When you make a big purchase, doing your homework is very important. Invest some time finding the right vehicle at the right dealership. You want a dealership that takes pride in the vehicles they sell and offers quality, not quantity, for their customers' hard-earned money. It's a good idea to buy from someone that offers service after the sale and takes care of their customers like Fisher's Auto Sales. Our family has been taking care of Crossroads families for 20 years now, and we plan on being here another 20 years too.
Authorities are saying the owner of a large recycling plant that caught fire in Richmond, Indiana Tuesday was previously cited for possible fire hazards. The blaze started after a semi-trailer behind the recycling building caught fire and then spread to the building and surrounding areas. Authorities say the trailer was loaded with unknown plastics, triggering the release of toxic smoke and evacuation orders. Richmond's mayor said today the business owner is fully responsible.
So yes, this business owner had previously been cited by our Unsafe Building Commission and given an order to clean up the property. That order was ignored. We had been through a court case over that order. Our unsafe building order was upheld in that court case. We have been through several steps since then to order this particular business owner to clean up this property because we were aware that what was operating here was a fire hazard.
The blaze is contained, but fire crews are still working today to fully extinguish the flames. The Indiana State Fire Marshal says it's expected to burn for several days. An estimated 2,000 nearby residents were evacuated.
The Biden administration is set to propose a new rule aimed at protecting the privacy of women seeking abortions. The policy would prohibit the disclosure of protected health information by regulated entities like health insurance companies. A senior administration leader says the proposed policy will take the existing guidance a step further, which protects the privacy of patients under certain circumstances. Leaders say they found some providers fearful about following the rule when subpoenaed. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services looking to the future of COVID-19. A senior administration leader says the DHS is launching a $5 billion investment for Project NextGen. It's to help develop new types of vaccines and treatments. The government is looking to get ahead of the rapidly evolving coronavirus. Researchers hope the next generation of vaccines can shut down the infection before it gets the chance to make anyone sick. This comes as the public health emergency for COVID-19 is set to end May 11th. The CDC has issued a health advisory for doctors in the U.S. to look out for the Marburg virus.
It's a rare but potentially deadly virus similar to Ebola, and it's causing outbreaks in 2 African nations.
In the U.S., there are no known cases of Marburg virus disease, and the current risk is low. But the CDC is warning doctors to be on the lookout for anyone with symptoms.
Marburg virus is in the same family as the Ebola virus, and it can cause a very, very severe and fatal disease.
Dr. Kristen England with Cleveland Clinic says the illness is not contagious until symptoms appear. These can include fever, headache, muscle and joint pain, fatigue, loss of appetite, gastrointestinal issues, and unexplained bleeding. Right now, Marburg virus outbreaks have only been identified in 2 African nations, Equatorial Guinea and Tanzania. The CDC says there's no evidence the 2 outbreaks are related.
People can get on airplanes. People can travel. It's very easy to get from one part of the world to another today.
In March, the CDC also warned travelers to the 2 countries to avoid contact with sick people and to monitor their health for 3 weeks after visiting. Marburg virus can spread through contact with an infected person's blood and other body fluids or through fluids from infected animals. It does not spread through the air like the coronavirus.
We all need to be aware, not afraid, but certainly aware of what's out there.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Here are some of the top headlines you can read in the Cuero Record this week. A courthouse bomb threat hoax is under investigation. And Studio Built has a ribbon cutting ceremony for its grand opening. Plus, local author and special guest speaker Cindy Bonner visits the Cuero Library for National Library Week. You can read these stories and more at DeWittCountyToday.com.
Grab your cell phone, scan this QR code, our quick response code, to download the Crossroads Today app. Watch us wherever, whenever, get breaking news alerts, vote in all our viewer polls. You can also submit news tips, videos, and photos, and you'll know about our ongoing contests.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Had a pretty good looking day out there. It's going to stay nice for a couple of days, and then a frontal system rolls through by the weekend. We'll have all your details and take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in just a moment.
Need weather around the clock? When the weather changes in the Crossroads, you need a reliable source. Visit Interactive Radar online for the latest conditions in the Crossroads area. CrossroadsToday.com. Weather at your fingertips.
I bet if you keep telling me things that you like, I probably like them too. I'm a slow down to watch the car crash kind of guy. I like where this is headed. This should be good.
There's a powerful beast said to be roaming these woods. And if you listen carefully, you can hear it. And sometimes you can see its tracks. And every now and then, you get a quick glimpse of it.
Grandpa telling his stories again.
The 2023 Toyota Tundra. Better trucks make better stories. Toyota. Let's go places.
Nate went viral with a video mocking LeBron James. You did lose your job. Targets
You made it a racist issue.
There's nothing racist about my videos.
of cancel culture.
You say something wrong, you're out.
Disagreement can become violent.
They felt that they had the right to physically attack me.
Storming the doors, you truly were in danger. Next, Dr. Phil.
In Texas, the future belongs to everyone, so we created the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150, part of America's best-selling trucks for 46 straight years. With an available 12-inch touchscreen and interior work surface, it puts the world at your fingertips. And now, there's a great in-stock selection to choose from at your best in Texas Ford dealer. Drive F-150 now with 0% financing plus $1,000 cash plus up to $1,000 accessories cash plus complimentary maintenance.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Counterfeit prescription pills laced with fentanyl are killing our kids by the thousands across the nation. The pills look safe. Can you tell which one is real? Drug dealers are pushing these deadly pills on your kids' social media. It only takes one pill to kill. And it did. You can help stop the fentanyl epidemic. Talk to your kids about the dangers of counterfeit prescription pills. Visit onepillkilled.org.
Good afternoon, everyone. If you were outdoors today, you probably said, ooh, I could stand this a little bit longer. It was a really good looking day, nice puffy clouds. Here we are live in Cuero. I want to say hi to everybody over there. We have a current temperature of 76. We didn't get much warmer than that, got up to 78 as a high temperature. Of course, here in the Crossroads, we didn't have any rain. This, what you see here, is the river warning that continues for the lower portions of the Guadalupe River all the way down to the bay. So that if you're in Bloomington and around the port of Victoria, you're going to be dealing with that high water for at least another day. Now, interestingly enough, we had some shower activity just up the road. Here's Houston downtown. You can see the big thunder showers sort of headed in our direction. Where you're thinking, oh, are they coming into our area? Well, I think maybe Wharton, Bay City may see some of that. It seems to be decreasing in intensity, so we'll just leave it at that and not worry about it ourselves. But that is all part of that system that is out in the Gulf of Mexico, causing all kinds of problems. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong side here. Here is the low. It is not a tropical storm, but it is a low pressure system producing heavy rains through the Florida Panhandle. And of course, they're actually happy because they had been in a drought of all things. So that is going to be helping them out quite a bit, kind of like what we had last week. But at this point in time, it looks like the low will be moving up and then into Mississippi and not really concerned with our area as well. So I just wanted to show you this map. You see all this red? These are fire danger warnings, red flag warnings. In other words, the temperatures warmed up into the mid-80s today in Nebraska, melted all the snow. The snow is running down, but they've got 20-degree humidities and fire danger for 40 to 50 mile an hour winds as winter finally gives up, and this looks like summer's going to win. All right, this is the Guadalupe River at Bloomington. So you can see this is today right here, and you can see we've crested. So we're going to be dropping for Thursday and Friday, and by Saturday it should be well within its banks and shouldn't have any problems. It's a little muddy out there, but the river won't be a major concern. All right, let's go forward and see what else we've got. Here's the low, and here's all that clear air that I was talking about, the high fire danger. So lots of warmth, shooting temperatures, high winds puts them in that kind of problem. Here is the next system coming toward us. You can see Thursday is still out in the Rockies. This thing moves up a little bit, and then the frontal system starts pushing into the state. You can see how the moisture begins to build ahead of it, so there is a possibility that when it passes through here, it will trigger a few showers. I wouldn't call it a massive outbreak, certainly not like the last storm, but as that pushes through, a little rain chance, and that would be on Saturday. So it's going to be warm and windy on Saturday early, and then windy and cooler on Saturday later. So we warm up slowly, and then we get that little front, and Sunday is going to be very nice with a northwest wind blowing, and then we get temperatures, you know, back to where they're supposed to be after all that adventure we had in the last couple of weeks. That's your 7-day forecast. I want to remind you that we do have a QR code. We want you to scan that, and that will go on your phone, and we can reach out to you anytime you need to get updates on news, weather, and sports. So we'll toss it back to James and Karina.
Mac, thank you. It was an adventure. All right, coming up next on 25 News Now at 5, we'll take a look at Wall Street. Plus, in business news, NPR announces it won't use Twitter after receiving a government-funded media label.
Kissing cousins? Next in Sun Edition. They got married 17 years ago. They have 3 kids. Then she did a 23andMe DNA test. The shocking results. They're cousins.
Are we even supposed to be together? That's so weird.
Plus, why they called the Louisville shooter Mr. Concussion. Did getting injured playing sports damage his mental health? Watch the next in Sun Edition.
Attention parents! If you are working, looking for work, attending school, or in training for a better career, did you know that you may qualify for child care assistance through Workforce Solutions Golden Crescent? Child care assistance can help you make those ends meet and is just a phone call away. Some guidelines apply. If you live in Calhoun, DeWitt, Goliad, Gonzales, Jackson, Lavaca, or Victoria County, call 578-0341 to schedule your appointment to learn more. Workforce Solutions Golden Crescent, working for you. Workforce Solutions is an equal opportunity employer program.
Hi, I'm Charlie Garcia.
And I'm Rico Garcia.
And we are USA Concrete Coatings.
If you're ready to upgrade your business, restaurant, garage, man cave, or porch, then you're ready for USA Concrete Coatings.
We'll have your floors looking flawless with our exclusive USA Concrete Coatings products. We'll ensure that your concrete coating is strong and durable. It's antimicrobial and comes with a lifetime warranty.
USA Concrete Coatings, from concrete to custom, in just one day.
You were not clearly being a protective mother.
Disturbing news at Mom's house.
There was an allegation made that a male friend of yours was somehow abusing your 8-year-old.
Yes, ma'am.
So a worried ex got their 2-year-old out.
He didn't want to return his daughter.
Even after the situation was over, he still kept her from me.
You ought to thank him. He was being a father. You're not the victim here.
Next, Judge Judy.
Welcome to Venturas Tamales, where every day we have a flavor sure to savor with our daily specials. Chicken Taco Tuesday, $1.49 each. Beef Taco Wednesday, $1.49 each. Taco Salad Thursday. All taco salads come with a regular drink. Fajita Friday. All fajita dinners come with a regular drink. Street Taco Saturday, where all street taco dinners come with a regular drink. Venturas Tamales. Unwrap the flavor.
Taking a look at your stocks, the Dow down 39 points, the S&P loses 17 points, and the Nasdaq loses 102 points. Oil up $1.73, closing at $83.26 a barrel. NPR announced they will no longer be active on Twitter today. Last week, Twitter labeled NPR as a, quote, state-affiliated media, formerly reserved for foreign propaganda outlets. Over the weekend, Twitter revised their label to government-funded media. NPR is a nonprofit media organization. NPR says it receives less than 1% of its $300 million annual budget from the federally funded Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Twitter also faced backlash for applying similar government-funded media labels to BBC. And this is going to bring us to your viewer poll this afternoon. Scan that QR code on your screen to vote right now. Do you plan to leave Twitter? Yes, no, maybe, or never had an account? We want to hear from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote and we will have an update on 25 News Now at 6.
All right, the Consumer Price Index shows inflation levels dropped in March. The report was released this morning. It's the 9th month in a row inflation has fallen. Prices are still high, even though economists were expecting worse. They rose 0.1% from February. In the last 12 months ending in March, prices rose 5%. Economists were predicting an annual rise of 5.2%.
Stay with us. We'll take one last look at your forecast. Plus, archaeologists uncover a possible Mayan scoreboard in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula.
Kissing cousins? Next in Sun Edition. They got married 17 years ago. They had 3 kids. Then she did a 23andMe DNA test. The shocking results. They're cousins.
Are we even supposed to be together? That's so weird.
Plus, why they called the Louisville shooter Mr. Concussion. Did getting injured playing sports damage his mental health? Watch the next in Sun Edition.
Listen, do you hear that?
Miss T? Who's that?
They wanna know.
Mom. That's right, baby.
Y'all got the greatest teacher in the world.
Hi, Miss Grandma T.
Boy, oh, I'm nobody's granny.
Just figured out where I know Janine's mom from. The club. Cool people should have cool babies. It's not right what happened to that woman.
Period.
Victory Kia and Victory GMC want to let you know that you can lean on us. We will award $500 to a deserving winner. Drop off an entry form at any of our participating dealerships in the Lean On Me drop box with your story and contact info. Go to crossroadstoday.com/leanonme for more information or to enter online. You can tune in every other Thursday at the 6, 9, and 10 p.m. news to view our winners. Lean On Me is sponsored by Victory Kia and Victory GMC.
My name is Adarius McCormick, and I want you to know about my new segment, Homemade with Adarius. I will interview amazing people and showcase intriguing places that may be new to you in the Crossroads. Want to show off something homemade? Email us at homemade@victoriatelevision.com. See my new segment on Crossroads Today YouTube channel and Crossroads Today Plus. You do not want to miss this.
Hello, my name is Maclovio Perez. My friends call me Mac. I'm the new chief meteorologist at 25 News Now. In the weather world, our job is to save lives and property. Service is very important, and the people need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. And if they don't do any one of those, then you're not going to be on TV for very long. There's my forecast for the summer. Very hot and a very active storm season. Write that down. Let me know how I did at the end of the season.
We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it in your connected TV through Amazon, Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus.
This was found in Mexico. It's believed to be an ancient Mayan scoreboard. Researchers think it was used in a game called pelota, similar to soccer. Archaeologists unearthed it at a famous site in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. The circular stone piece is about 12.5 inches in diameter and weighs 88 pounds. It's carved with hieroglyphic writing and shows two players wearing headdresses standing next to a ball.
Can you imagine
that's
this?
Incredible.
Can you imagine the scorekeeper there with the chisel going 1-0, 2-0?
It was probably just like that.
Is this the one where the hoop was like in the air and they had to kick it?
They had to kick the ball with their hip. That's the Mayan game. Beyond me, you have perfectly good hands, but you have to hit this ball with your hip. I guess that's how they learn how to dance or something.
Maybe.
That's where it comes from.
I think so.
The smooth hips.
Smooth moving.
Well, Matt, give us our weather. We do have a little bit of time left.
Yeah, a lovely day today. Tomorrow we'll get a little bit warmer, and then we'll warm up into Saturday. It'll also be rather windy Saturday when that front comes through late in the day. I think you'll have a fine Saturday, but there will be a few showers around the area. Sunday, very nice as we get that north wind and blowing the temperature down to 77. And then it looks like we're getting back into regular weather as we get into early next week. So that's okay. You know why? This is the quiet before the hurricane season. That starts in June.
June 1st, yeah.
June 1st.
Do we have a high prediction for hurricanes?
We're going to have that here from Colorado State University National Hurricane Center, and then my forecast.
Yes,
reliable.
See what I can
do.
do.
Is the best, yes. Remember, we're always on at Crossroads Today Plus.
That's right, and we hope to see you back here tonight for 25 News Now at 6. World News Tonight with David Muir is up next.